I love your story right now. The fact that you've moved out to a farm to be close to your family.
Yeah.
But now you're turning it into an opportunity for a show as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a new show coming out with Belle called Tom Green's Funny Farm. We're working on it this summer, and we're really excited about it.
That's so cool. So it's an interview format.
Yeah. It has elements of that for sure. I've always enjoyed interviewing people, and I don't really want to think of it too much as an interview because people are going to come out to my farm and friends, family, comedians, local heroes, interesting people, and we're going to hang out and have some fun out in the country and show off the beauty of Ontario there, eh? Show off Canada.
That is so cool though, because it's a distinct format. I mean, not to boil it down to format, but it sounds really interesting. How did you come up with this?
Well, I've always loved doing podcasting and broadcasting. I built a TV studio in my living room in the early 2000s, and I got this really cool century-old barn here at my new farm, and it started out a couple of years ago. I moved back from Los Angeles after 21 years down there, just closer to where I grew up, and wanted to. I think I wanted to build an internet television studio in my barn. I haven't done that before. I thought it'd be a pretty fun thing to do.
What do you think the farm lends to what you're doing? Because obviously it's like no one else is doing.
Well, I think we're in a world now where a lot of people are enjoying being home, and I really am. I love being home at the farm. I have a mule that I ride every day, and my donkey and a horse, and my chickens, and I love the solitude and the peace and quiet of being in the countryside of Canada. And it's also a time that I feel exceptionally proud to be Canadian, and I thought it would be a nice way to show off some of the beauty of this country. And I don't think people necessarily around the world necessarily know about everything about what Canada's all about. They might not necessarily associate in their minds, with ranching and farming and horses and the beauty of the outdoors here in all seasons. It's beautiful in the winter too. I just really. I also like doing photography and filming, and I've always kind of been part of the behind the scenes of my show. So it's really nice to be able to be outside in a sort of a beautiful natural setting and film some nice video and do some fun interviews with some amazing people. That's amazing. Yeah. And is there going to be a particular Canadian focus? Is it just going to be kind of whoever you end up pulling in, or how's that going to work? It's going to. We're definitely going to lean into some of my friends from Canada and showing off a lot of things that I love to do in Canada. There's a lot of things that are really unique to the part of the country, even within Canada where I lived, animal and fish species. We'll go fishing for some largemouth bass there, eh? Go catch some smallmouth bass out there, and some northern pike, and listen to the whippoorwills at night, and just sort of enjoy being home. It sounds like camp. It sounds like the perfect opportunity to bring people in to kind of have a camp experience. After 21 years living in Los Angeles, I just want to basically stay at summer camp now at home. Yeah. Who wouldn't want to? That sounds amazing. Yeah. What has the adjustment been like to now live on a farm and have these animals that you're taking care of? It's been an amazing experience. I've like I said, I moved back to Canada. I found this farm. I've been filming a lot out there. I've launched my production company in Canada so that I can make shows up here and stay home and enjoy the beauty of nature and film that. I've got all sorts of having a lot of fun with the mule, Fanny. Fanny the mule is a superstar mule. She's the largest rideable mule in Canada. Really? Unless somebody tells me otherwise, I'm going to keep saying that. But she's a massive 1,500-pound mule, and I sort of ride her through the wilderness every day. And I'd never had really any experience with that until a couple of years ago. And getting up in the morning, saddling her up, and going out and experiencing the property is just kind of really a calming thing for me. It's a very cathartic, calming, fun thing. And, sometimes I think the show is a little bit like, the new show will be a little bit like comedians on mules drinking beer. You
That's
know,
amazing.
Sort of like a, I think Jerry Seinfeld likes to take comedians out in his amazing car collection. I think we'll go out and ride some donkeys.
I love it. Who wouldn't want to do that? That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw your interview with Ian Hedemensing, and I thought that was such a great kind of intro to this now that you're talking about, because seeing you ride your mule and you guys going out and talking, it seems like a natural fit.
Yeah, Ian came out to the farm and we had a great time and a good conversation. It's somewhat, the show is a little bit like that in reverse. I mean,
Right.
I'll be interviewing people at my place, but it's going to be a very fun, high energy, active show, and there's lots of fun activities to do out there, and people be coming in from other parts of the world who've never experienced that part of Ontario before, so it's really kind of amazing. Even for me personally, I grew up in this part of Canada, and when I moved away for 20 years, I'd find when I'd come back in the summer, and I'd look around and say, wow, it's so green, because you live in Los Angeles in the desert, and you forget about things like grass, and it's amazing to think, grass can be something that's really exotic and beautiful, but when you live out in the desert for 21 years, you kind of get excited about fields of hay. It's really kind of something that was so normal in some ways to me as a kid is actually quite cinematic and fun to film and show the world. So
that's cool. Well, can you tease anyone who you're going to have on the show?
I cannot.
No,
I cannot.
that's fair.
We haven't actually started production on the show yet, so we don't even know. I don't even know who's going to show up.
That's
but
cool.
There's going to be if you want to come to the farm, okay, call me. Okay, no, it's going to be cool.
Well, last thing I'll ask you is, how are things with your family? Because I know you moved back partly to be near your parents.
Yeah, they're doing great, and it's really fun to be living close to them and close to where I grew up, and we have a great time. They'll be on the show as well. My parents.
That's amazing. I was going to ask.
Kind of always been part of my my shows, and they always get the biggest laughs. They're hilarious themselves, and there's sort of the relationship between them and I that's always kind of been something that we found a lot of humor in. So it's going to be good, and people can relate to that. But it's fun when you're a bit older and you move home and you're hanging out with your parents. It's a different kind of funny. They're kind of making fun of me now, actually.
Well, thank you so much for the time.
Yeah, thank you.